Well, well, well. Ain't this a title to be clicked onto? The end of anime. Is anime over? Yo, Tectone. Give it to me, Baldy. Has anime? Yo, what an edit this is. Fallen
Once
off?
the hype moments are done, what are you left with? But for shows like Frieren, where win true displays.
Yo, more Tectone is trying harder. What the hell? This is just a clip channel. This is like completely edited. Like the production value for this video is way more than the other videos.
Left with. But for shows like Frieren, where win true displays of power happen, they're happening for a reason.
Okay.
Oh shit, they're yelling. What's going on? Holy.
Oh, never mind. That's just the intro. I got baited. They only edited out 30 seconds. The rest of the bit is just gonna be Tectone just yapping.
The problem with solo leveling, after I just watched Frieren.
What's the problem?
It's like what is happening is really cool.
Okay.
It's really cool. And it's really fun.
Okay.
But my problem is that when the hype moment's over, when the good guy wins the fight again.
Yeah.
It's like solo leveling and Eminence of Shadow.
Yeah.
To some degrees, even Black Clover. Once the hype moments are done, what are you left with?
You wait for more hype moments. That's it. Like, okay, the argument trying to be brought up right now is comparing animes like Frieren versus like Solo Leveling. When Frieren's hype moments are over, I enjoy the vast world that exists with the supporting characters and their interactions. It's so fun. In Solo Leveling, it's not to the same extent because Solo Leveling only specializes in hype, right? So I don't think that's really a problem though. That's just the brutal nature of Unga Bunga hype shows. Like, for example, Demon Slayer 2. What about Demon Slayer? What about Eminence? Honestly, Demon Slayer, the more I watched it, I cared more about the side character interactions. Those moments actually became kind of fun. Eminence and Shadow, I would argue, is not a problem like this. If you actually watch Eminence and Shadow, you'd understand that the hype moments are a special cherry on the top at the end of an arc or something cool happening. But the bulk of the show is character dialogue and the misunderstandings between Sid Kageno and the other characters who continuously misunderstands him and continues to glaze him off, right? So Eminence and Shadow, I don't think suffers from only hype and everything else is boring. In fact, no, I feel like that's one isekai that's completely not the case. Solo Leveling, I think I would agree. There's not that much going on in the world with side characters because the purpose of the show is solo leveling, right? The focus is on Jinmu. The side characters are not really fleshed out. They kind of just like exist to get power crept and then we move on.
Sung Jinwoo. And Sung Jinwoo is very cool. He's a cool character.
Yeah.
Asta's a cool character. But for example, Frieren. Yeah, or even One Punch Man. Absolutely.
One Punch Man. I actually do enjoy like the side characters though. I think One Punch Man does. This is not an issue with power fantasies. This is an issue about shows that like doesn't build on side supporting casts where as soon as the hype is done, what do you have left, right? That's like the original argument being brought up. So like Eminence and Shadow again, side characters, so fleshed out. Like it's so fun. All the different like, not even just like Poe and Skill, right? They have some limited time, but like mostly with the Shadow Garden girls and the amount of misunderstandings and stuff like that, it's so fun to watch. I don't need to just watch it for the hype. There's so many other bullshit drama going on that's fun to watch. One Punch Man, when reading the manga, I actually care a lot about the side characters and how well they flesh them out. Like One Punch Man, I think, does a much better job in highlighting the supporting cast because like in Solo Leveling, it's kind of the same formula, right? Where you can't have OP guys show up and clear everything at once. He comes up at the very end to obviously aura farm. It's way more fun when the hero shows up last. But in One Punch Man, I've noticed that the difference is they flesh out the side characters and give them a lot of lore. Little crumbs of lore here and there to make you actually care about them more. In Solo Leveling, Mr. Beck, Guildmaster Chen, stuff like that, Chai-In, they definitely feels a lot more static.
Absolutely. Saitama punches the guy. It's funny. Great. But for shows like Frieren, where when true displays of power happen, they're happening for a reason. So one of the most hype moments in Frieren was this one. This scene right here was, in my opinion, the most hype moment.
Was it?
In all of Frieren.
The MILF Hunter? And then Frieren wakes up and shoots a beam? Not the Denken moments? Not like, you know, the height of magic? What about this is so good? Okay.
I hope you guys can read Japanese.
These subs ain't working, bro.
There's a plant. He can't hit it because its flesh reflects bullets. Frieren's asleep. He has to wake her up. She has 5 seconds to figure out what to do.
Okay.
But Sign has an issue troubling new partners. He wakes up Frieren to give her the information of what she needs to do. And before Sign even finishes his fucking remark, she kills the damn thing and knows exactly what she needs to do. And she told Sign, when you need me, I'll be there.
Yeah.
And so you get the hype moment and you see Frieren do the cool thing.
Yeah.
Right? You see her do the cool thing and it's cool.
Yeah, it's cool. But what?
In Solo Leveling, the hype moment happens and then it's just, okay, when's the next hype moment? Whereas in Frieren, it's kind of like this really hype moment happened. Now, what did it mean?
Tell me, bro.
What did it mean?
You tell me. What happened?
Frieren shows that she
based Kodan 24 Stark vs Dragon was way better. I agree. What was about that was so hype? I genuinely don't understand that Zine Frieren plant scene was the most hype for Frieren. That's his words, not mine. Listen to what he said.
One of the most hype moments of power happened. They're happening for a reason. So one of the most hype moments.
One of the most. And listen, hype is subjective, right? Not everyone has to agree that every scene is the same. To me, this is a very forgettable moment, though. When I think about Frieren hype, I think Stark versus Dragon. When I think about super hype, I think about Frieren versus Aura. When I think about hype, I think about Flame's, revelation that, we were hiding the Aura the entire time and Frieren has been basically smurfing. When I think about hype, I think about Denken pulling up, saying, yo, you're a man, right? Let's fucking fight. When I think about hype, I remember Frieren breaking the barrier or even the height of magic. This scene, though? This scene, though? All right, let him cook. Let him cook. Basically, the argument right now is, after Solo Leveling, we basically aura farm and we go, arise, wakey, wakey. Then what's there to look forward to? We wait for the next hype scene. To me, I actually do enjoy the world building, and there's these episodes, for example, when Jinwoo goes to that shop to buy stuff. Because, we just came out of the Tusk dungeon, right? And we're just doing S rank debut and stuff like that. The S rank debut was really fun narratively, right? Everyone just glazing Jinwoo as he's about to go public. Then we have that fraudulent ass Hunter who's an idol who's trying to get all the attention, but Jinwoo mogs him. That was a power fantasy in its own different right. And then he goes to shopping, and then the shopping guy was like, yo, if you can break the glass here, you can have it for free or something. And he's like, I'm gonna do it. Those moments are pretty fun for me. But definitely, I enjoy the slice of life and the more character interactions between, the characters in Frieren during this downtimes more than Solo Leveling. That is true.
Need me, I'll be there. And so you get the hype moment, and you see Frieren do the cool thing.
Yeah.
Right? You see her do the cool thing, and it's cool. But problem is, in Solo Leveling, the hype moment happens, and then it's just, okay, when's the next hype moment? Whereas in Frieren, it's kind of like this really hype moment happened.
But it's a treat. You don't look forward to the hype. Because again, Frieren fundamentally is a different show from Solo Leveling. Solo Leveling specializes in the hype factor, right? Frieren, the hype factor is a nice bonus that shows up out of nowhere. Because the bulk of Frieren is a slow burn chill, right? The character interactions between Frieren and the other people as she begins to realize how to value life more by remembering all the different flashbacks, right? So when you do get a hype moment happening, like Stark versus the Dragon, it's extra hype. But we're not fixated on that, and we, just keep watching Frieren and we're just kind of chilling.
Now, what did it mean?
You tell me.
What did it mean? Frieren shows that she is just as dependable as she says she was.
Okay.
Once again revealing to the audience that she is every bit as good as the praise she's been giving that has been deserved from her previous journey.
Yeah.
And Sign, you can tell there was a major shift in his personality towards Frieren, as well as his desire to want to be a hero and find his friend.
Okay.
Because he wants what he had with Frieren with his old friend, the guerrilla warrior.
Okay.
And that he can learn to trust again and depend on people in times of need.
But this is an apple and this is an orange. No shit, it's different. True. What are we cooking right now?
And it just really builds the relationships. It really builds the world more. And I think
I agree that Frieren world building is better in Solo Leveling because I think they both have different goals at the end of the day.
the problem is that for other shows,
yeah,
it's kind of just, here's a hype moment.
Yeah.
Wasn't that cool? Anyways, and I think the other problem is a lot of shonens have the issue of this really cool thing happened, but if you think about how realistic it would be for the character to actually do that,
the immersion, the relatability,
it's really not that likely. Like, I really don't like ass pulls, right?
Okay.
In Frieren, there was almost no ass pull whatsoever.
In Frieren, there is no asp. What is an asp pull though? Where something just gets solved without any like build up or foreshadowing leading up to it, right?
So shonens lack intention and meaning. Yeah, I think a lot of the times they're just like, well, we really want the audience to feel this really cool thing that's about to happen, so we're gonna make them do this cool thing that they shouldn't be able to do for no fucking reason.
That they shouldn't be able to do. Where's the asp pull though? Are we still talking about Solo Leveling? Did Jinmu get ass pulls? Or did he earn the wins because he's progressively, you know, leveled up over and over again? There are moments of small openings that happen with like the Igris fight, absolutely, where he's losing, and then boom, he starts winning. The bottom fight, Essel like clutched for him, right? Before that, Jinmu was kind of struggling here and there, and then Essel created a small opening. Ant fight, honestly, in the source material, it was all just rolls, right? He just kind of just like rolled them all. The anime is like a different interpretation to try to keep the fight close, but okay. So right now, Frieren has depth and meaning because there is no ass pulls, and the side character interactions are better because of better world building compared to other battle shonens. Okay.
Right, like for example, like you know, Sun Jinwoo's getting eaten by the Cerberus. He has 180 HP left. He's in the jaws. He's getting chewed up by this dog. And he goes down to like 10 HP just as the final HP happens. He gets this great burst of strength out of nowhere, stabs him in the eye, says, "Ah, for my friend!"
Did he not have a skill that like the lower your HP gets, like the stronger your stats become? Or am I crazy? Is that a thing? Or was that durability? I'm trying to think of season 1 with the Cerberus fight again. Isn't there a literal skill that like, it's a buff, right? It's okay, the defense gets stronger, but what about like attack? Did the attack get stronger too? Does he get like more stats into like strength and stuff that like lower his HP got? Yeah, this is just damage. This is just damage reduction right now. Yeah, damage reduction is kind of irrelevant to this, other than just surviving it barely with the HP. Also, he has full recovery. True, he kind of just used that. I'm trying to think of like where did the power show up from?
Grah, 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 and he beats the bad guy. You know, and it's like, that's really cool with what is happening.
Yeah.
But the problem is,
What's the problem?
in all of season 1,
Yeah.
Of Solo Leveling,
Yeah.
I'm sure we would agree that the coolest moment is
Igris.
Sung Jinwoo going to the altar and sacrificing himself for his allies.
Are you rage baiting, Baldy? His selection of hype is very interesting. Of all the Frieren scenes that he could have possibly mentioned, he mentions the Zine flower scene that no one even fucking remembers. This gotta be April Fool's rage baiting, but the video came out 6 days ago, so it's not. low-key based that he has such a unique perspective on what's really hyped to him, because these are, honestly, I don't think everyone's agreeing with this. I think nobody agrees with this. Everybody would agree that, like, Jinwoo versus Igris fight is probably the most hyped scene of season 1. Everybody would probably agree that, like, what other, honestly, to me, you know what was really hype for me? It was when Jinwoo fought that Casca guy, the Leviathan serpent thing. That scene was pretty hype. But what was really hype was when he got out of that dungeon with the broken sword from Mr. Kim, and then you see a bunch of like B rank hunters or C rank hunters struggling with the golem, and Jinwoo nonchalantly shows up from behind the scenes. Juhi is there present, and bro just fucking throws the sword, beats the golem, walks away in silence, turns his back, looking so fucking cool, and Juhi looks behind and goes, Jinwoo? To me, that was like, damn, this is pretty sick. But episode 2 was hype. It was a very enjoyable episode, but was that, one more time, hear me, let's hear this again.
In all of season 1.
All of season 1.
In all of season 1
yeah.
of Solo Leveling.
Yeah.
I'm sure we would agree.
Who is we?
That the coolest moment.
The coolest. Not one of the coolest. This is the coolest.
Is Sung Jinwoo going to the altar and sacrificing himself for his allies.
Now, cool here is subjective. Right? We're not talking about the most hype moments. Cool is like subjective. So is hype, to be honest. But cool is like, what does Baldy here respect? I guess he really values like the bond of friendships and sacrificing oneself to help others. And that's why he thinks it's cool, right? Like he respects it.
Or you could say, perhaps enslaving Igris. And the reason why that
enslaving Igris is crazy. Not wrong though.
That moment was cool is because it had meaning for the character.
Okay. He wants depth. He wants purpose out of the fights. The entire Frieren argument was based on Frieren, waking Wakey and beating the flower and telling Zion I'd be there and having a deep, profound effect on Zion and his, heroic ideals. Episode 2, Jinwoo sacrificing, like there is purpose and meaning here. He doesn't want this Unga Bunga fight and then what does the other characters think about it, right? Yeah, that's pretty much it. It's like, what is the meaning? Like, after the fight, what is the implications? How does this affect other characters? And if there is no depth in that, then Baldy doesn't like it, which is fair.
And it was awesome. You were like, wow, he's the weakest, yet he sacrificed himself for everybody. It was awesome. The double dungeon was a great fucking moment.
I do agree. The double dungeon, I think, is, like, episode 2, bro, is one of the most enjoyable moments for me in Solo Leveling. Absolutely.
Right. It was really good. And once again, I'm in season 2 Solo Leveling, and I'm sure there will be more moments with meaning, but I think moments without meaning are slowly losing their effect on me, because what I really like is stories that can teach you something.
Like Vinland Saga.
Fact, like Genshin Impact, yep, that's right. Solo Leveling can teach.
I think that's totally fair. You can say whatever you want about the specific moments that he picked up from Frieren Solo Leveling, but like, it's all about like the meaning for him and what that implies. Like for me, when I see like a stupid ass hype fight against like Jinwoo versus Baran, what did that really mean? At the end of the day, what was that? We're just in there to fucking level up and to gather materials and then to save mom, right? So like I guess there's meaning in that, right? I guess you could say that. What's the meaning in the Jeju Island fight? That like Jinwoo beat Beru and then what? I guess it's like the profound effect that it has in Korea because it's been like 4 fucking raids that's been happening. Okay, fair. It's been 4 raids in the making. A lot of people has been sacrificed. You see Mr. Beck and, Byunggu, right? The closure there and stuff like that. Absolutely. There's a lot of meaning there. What about the Tusk fight? What's the meaning there? Ki-hoon team party, right? Ki-hoon party and how that strike squad is fundamentally different from everyone that's been abusing Jinwoo so far, and how Jinwoo basically, is able to beat that and save people that he actually respects and is totally different from the parties that we've dealt with before. Yeah. What about the Baruka fight? The Red Gate, the meaning, I guess he there just kind of accidentally went there and he was trying to teach Song-yi a lesson, trying to give her a trauma so that she doesn't want to be a hunter again. And then okay, what about like season 1, the Igris versus Jinwoo fight? What's the meaning there? I think there's a lot of like deep, profound moments as Jinwoo is asking himself like, you haven't changed. That like, you see that like his old self has like his like you know, basically he's like an internal monologue with himself as he's struggling with the sense of identity and self, right? Stuff like that. So there is a lot of complexity in the the Igris fight. How about the Cerberus fight though? Yeah, it's just kind of meaningless. He does get a power up out of nowhere because it's like second wind as he, you know, uses. Did he use full restore? I forget the little bit of details. But the Cerberus fight, it's just him kind of like testing the waters, right? Did he know at that moment that the elixir of life for his mom to be saved was there? Maybe he did. If you think about it, there's a lot of meaning there, isn't there? That Jinmu stuck around just to like fight stronger. Did he know at that time that elixir of life was there? If not, then I guess there's not much meaning there.
Teach you that even if you're the weakest, if you train, you can become stronger. And I think that's very important. You're in the stage from Gigix video where you only want to watch peak. And
this is why I don't take chat seriously. No, yeah, he didn't, yes. You guys are all fucking monkeys. No one knows the actual answer. How could you be this, like, how can two people be so adamant about yes, he did, and one person saying no, no, no? This is why, like, you guys are pointless. I genuinely do not give a fuck about the opinions of my chat because you're just here to sabotage me.
And now is in a loop of trying to find the next thing that will make you feel the same way. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I went to go see Mickey 17 recently.
Okay.
Which, to be completely honest, was a 7 or 7.5 out of 10.
Mickey 17.
I'm 31 years old.
Bald.
Okay.
Old.
I've seen almost everything there is to see already at a very young age. I don't have time to waste.
Oh, are you watching this shit at 2x speed?
On 7s or 6s or
okay, yeah. There is a lot of 7s and 6s and garbages coming out for sure.
5s. Absolutely not. Going to a movie theater and watching 2 hours and 30 minutes of mid.
It's terrible.
That.
True.
I'm here because I want to get fucked up. Right? Now, Slippers, you say One Piece fans are in shambles. I heavily disagree. Because I think that One Piece's storytelling,
it's amazing.
The story that they're telling is very good.
Yeah.
And in those 1,100 episodes, there are a lot of memorable moments. Now, I do think shows like Frieren leave you with a lot more memorable moments in a much shorter amount of time.
Yeah, it's more concise.
However, I'm sure we can all remember moments of that show that moved us. Losing the Going Merry. Nothing happened with Zoro.
Yeah, Robin's I Want to Live moment.
Bro.
Blackbeard's Dreams Never Die moment.
Usopp and Luffy's falling out. Going Gear 5 for the first time in real.
Nah, Going Gear 2nd for the first time clears. I'm sorry, that's how I feel. I'm a fucking boomer, bro. Going Gear 2nd for the first time had way more impact to me than Gear 5. Hot take. I'ma die on that hill.
Realizing what Joy Boy is. Right, I mean, shit. Luffy placing the hat on Nami and saying, don't worry, bitch.
Yeah, he didn't say that. Nami said, help me, Luffy. And Luffy said, don't worry, bitch. Hold on to my hat, though.
We'll handle it. Luffy's fucking axe kick on Arlong.
Yeah,
Luffy's
good moments.
fucking gum gattling on fucking
These are great moments.
You know, like what happened with Ace.
Yeah, he's not talking about Robin's I Want to Live moment. To me, that moment was crazy good. Or even like the Blackbeard speech moment. First time we meet, you know, Luffy and Blackbeard in that, fuck. I forgot the place.
What happened with Bon Clay? You know, there's a lot of fucking moments in the show. Now, once again, it's going to take you a while to get there, but at least it gets there.
Okay.
At least it gets there. Now,
why is this chat nonstop glazing 86? Because 86 does have a lot of those moments. 86 is a very profound and deep story. It's a very it's one of those shows like Tectone said, you want to get fucked up? Go watch 86. It's gonna leave you fucked up. The commentary about it of war and discrimination and racism and this hopelessness, you know, as the Grim Reaper basically walks forward with his fallen comrades. Listen, I'm the one person that loves to piss off 86 people the most by saying this is baby's first introduction to a deep story and they treat this as a Bible. But despite that, it is objectively a deep story that has a lot of meaning and substance if we're going to be talking about like what it means after these hype scenes.
I'm of the firm belief that no one really is sitting down going, wow, look at this show. I love One Piece so much. I love these guys so much. I believe people watch One Piece like this.
Probably. Not the priority episodes, right? Like Zoro versus King, or like, you know, like, here's the thing. I've dropped One Piece such a long time ago. I forget even where I dropped the manga off, but the anime, it had its moments here and there pre-time skip, but post-time skip, like leading up to Whole Cake Island, I remember it just being fucking garbage, slow pacing. So like this honestly is the average experience, I think, straight up. Yeah. like sometimes like I think the episodes just genuinely, like, this isn't even like an attention span issue, but like the fact that the show doesn't respect you enough for it to garner that attention. Straight up. Like, what do I meme about? First 3 minutes is fucking recap, 3 minutes of opening, maybe 5 minutes of actual content. You know, like they love to pad the shit out of this. Now, I don't know what happened Wano and beyond. And looking at Sakuga moments, these clips, holy shit, they look crazy good. So maybe the quality has changed, but I think that like the average One Piece enjoyer watching the anime for like the Dressrosa stuff and like episodes like that, probably it's like second monitor content.
Oh shit, they're yelling. Okay, what the fuck is going on? Oh shit. Oh damn. Oh, that was awesome. Skip.
Yo, he gonna get canceled by the One Piece community at this rate.
Yeah, intro. Yep, skip. Okay. Oh shit, they're yelling. What's going on? Holy fuck! Gum gum bazooka! Right, like there is no way that people are actually hard locked on that show. There's just no way.
Honestly, though, like some of the episodes are just so drawn out in the pacing, and this we're not. I don't think he's talking about like the super hype episodes where every episode like the moment matters, right? But man, it is an absolute fact though that Toei Animation just like stalls and stretches the One Piece anime like crazy in the arcs like Dressrosa. Again, not talking about the Wano stuff and all the great, you know, modern One Piece episodes, but I'm talking about like, you know, the old ones where it's just so fucking drawn out.
There's legit no way. Watch case study of Vanitas or Summertime Rendering for that feeling you want. Yeah, I'm thinking about also watching Madoka Magica.
Yeah, go do it. I heard it's good.
Madoka Magica was quite good. Yeah, I also just want to watch Berserk on. I also want to watch ReZero Season 3.
Yeah. Nah, you're not going to enjoy ReZero Season 3 if you're going to care about like the substance. Like ReZero Season 3 again is an Unga Bunga hype fest that, you know, it doesn't really contain the ReZero elements of Season 1 and Season 2 as much.
I also want to watch Mushoku Tensei Season 2.
Tensei.
I also want to watch Apothecary Diaries.
Yeah, Apothecary Diaries peak.
As well as Made in the Abyss. Absolutely.
Yeah, I think those animes that he mentioned at the end. Damn, Sam Sulik. Ooh, Sam Sulik. The animes that he mentioned at the end, Apothecary Diaries, right? Made in Abyss. I feel like these shows definitely are like crazy deep thrillers. Like that like you watch it and you're basically fucked up by it. Like he said, right? He wants to get fucked up by the show after watching. Solo Leveling is not really that. And it doesn't need to be. And that's not a problem with the anime industry. I don't like this title is so crazy. The title of this video is The End of Anime, but it did not even for a second talk about the end of anime. Or if your take is that if more animes like Solo Leveling comes out, it's the end of anime, that's just wrong. I don't think he's saying that though, right? It's just a clickbait title. Holy shit, this title is actually just the biggest clickbait. What did we talk? He's just fucking glazing these other animes that had a profound impact on him because of the substance, right? The implications of the fight. Hype moment happened. What did it actually mean for the other characters? And could you relate to those characters? And did it move you? That's the essence of his argument. He didn't feel that in Solo Leveling. Totally fine. Solo Leveling, I don't think is trying to be like that. Is it completely meaningless? No. If I really wanted to do mental gymnastics, I can for sure find a way to, you know, justify that, like, hey, again, the fight against Igris isn't just stupid, just hype, but it's about like this battle with this like inner demon and the insecurities and like that's been building up, as you can clearly see by the internal monologue as with himself. Do I really believe that? I don't know. I don't really care, but I'm just saying there are substance if you try to look more into it. And the more that you can resonate and relate to a character, the more impactful it's going to be. And Solo Leveling is a completely different type of anime compared to Frieren. It's not trying to, like the world building and stuff like that, of course it's not going to be as good because the show is called Solo Leveling. It's Jinmu progressing by himself. Other characters exist to kind of like hype up Jinmu and then for them to get power crept. Frieren is a very, very meta commentary show about how short life is and the existential crisis one may have, especially if you're an elf that lives so long that an average human lifespan is like a blink of an eye. Then you lose those memories and you feel bad and you regret it. So she goes on making connections and relating to past memories and learning new lessons. Completely separate shows, completely separate goals. Comparing these two is not pointless because he's talking about what he enjoys, but that's pretty much just my take on it. Let's read the comments. I've always seen Eminence in Shadow as a parody of Isekai with overpowered protagonists. Right. He's the One Punch Man of Isekai. Absolutely true. So it makes sense for a protag to be shallow while the other characters develop. Absolutely true. And like, again, it's not just like the main character, right, may not do much around the scenes and then show up and save everybody, but the side characters, I think there's plenty of that. An anime doesn't need great writing and amazing characters to be good. A show can just exist to be entertaining and fun to watch, and that's all. Absolutely true. But Tectone isn't saying every anime needs to be like Frieren, unless that is the argument he's making, right? I think so many people, right, armchair like psychologists, pseudo-intellects, thinks that simple plot means bad. They act smart, but they're so retarded they don't understand that, like, bro, there's different types of anime for different market audiences. Simple plots with great execution can lead to amazing reach. Look at Demon Slayer and Solo Leveling, bro. And you can also have the most, like, let's say for Orb, for example. I bet Tectone doesn't even know what the fuck Orb, you know, the anime is. What an amazing anime talking about geocentrism versus heliocentrism and how the church persecutes you based on these heresies as we try to pursue the truth. Do you think the average monkey that watches Solo Leveling can appreciate that? No. Does that mean that, like, it's worse though because it gets fewer numbers? No. At the end of the day, there's a plenty of different types of people and you can enjoy what you want. And every show has their own different goals to do. And if you prefer, you know, shows that fuck you up, by all means, go enjoy it. But if you're trying to say like other shows because they're not like those shows that I enjoy is ruining the anime industry, what a fucking horrible take. But that's not the take he's making, which I'm pretty sure he's not making, right? It's just the title of this is very suspicious where I'm like, what are you really saying right now? But all right, if there's anything, I realized that this of all the different fucking moments in Frieren, this is the most impactful and meaningful moment to you. Kind of based because it's so unorthodox, you know? It's so unique. Like 9 out of 10 people, you ask Frieren and Joy, it's like, what moment was the most meaningful? Stark versus Dragon, the height of magic, Frieren breaking barrier, Frieren showing the aura against, you know, the mana against aura, like stuff like that, right? Design scene, bro? All right, please go check out more Tectone. Here's a link to the video. Go give it a like if you did. And I'll see you next time.